Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sheila again, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how we can transform this to this. So if you haven't watched my previous tutorial yet, please go ahead and watch it. You'll be able to achieve the very first shot, then we can change it to what we want to transform it into. So for the materials, I'll be using the same exact yarn that I used for the other shirt that I made in my previous video, which is Seagull, and I'll still be using 2 strands of yarn. And then the other thing I want to mention is I'll be introducing color white. So the shirt was in this color, so I'll be using 2 colors, but you can choose any colors of the flowers that you want to place on your shirt. Then a 3.5mm crochet hook and a tapestry needle. That's all that you'll need for this tutorial. And so I'm going to first show you how to make the flower, then later on I'll be showing you how to place the flowers onto the shirt that we made. So let's get started. So here is a sample of the flowers that we are going to be placing on our shirt. You can see I used the pink and then I used the white for the petals. Sorry. So I'm going to be showing you how to make this same exact flower, and you will make several of them, as many as you want to place on your garment, of course. So let's get started. So we start our flower from the center, and as you saw, we started with a pink. So let me just place this here for reference as we work. The first thing that you're going to do is make a magic circle. So for the magic circle, you will place your yarn at the front of your palm and then pull over this and cross it to this side. And then you'll get your hook and pass it through here and grab this yarn and pull it through slowly like that. Then you hold. So right now we have something like this. You're going to chain up 1 just to make your yarn firm, and then you pull this a bit. So your magic circle is this. The only difference is I'm using 2 strands of yarn, but it doesn't matter. So after this, you're going to chain up 1 and then make a total of 7 half double crochets in that same circle. This is 1. Go into that same circle, place the second half double crochet, place the third, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, and then the 7th. So we have a total of 7 half double crochets. So you're going to grab this tail here and pull it tight. That's why it's called a magic circle. You can pull it tight and close up that middle section, so we no longer have a hole here in the middle. So you're going to place a slip stitch in the very first half double crochet that you made. If you're not sure where to place the half double crochet, you're going to count from this stitch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my 7 is here, and that's the stitch in which I'm going to place my slip stitch like that. So that marks the end of round 1. For round 2, you're going to chain up 1 and then place a total of 2 half double crochets in each and every stitch. So since we have 7 stitches for the first round, that means the second round is going to have a total of 14 stitches. So chain up 1 and then go into that very first stitch with a total of 2 half double crochets like that. Then go to the next one with a total of 2 half double crochets. Go to the next one with a total of 2 half double crochets. Go to the next one with a total of 2 half double crochets. Go to the next one with 2 half double crochets. So the moment you hit 14 stitches, you're going to stop. You have to keep cross checking, otherwise you may end up making some mistakes. So I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. So I have my 14 stitches right now, and I'll go into the very first half double crochet that I made with a slip stitch, and that's how you close off your round 2. And after this, you're going to chain up 1 and cut your yarn. So we've finished the pink part, and now we are moving on to the white. So after this, you're going to put away your pink yarn and introduce white. So for white, what I want to do when I'm attaching, I'm going to make a slip knot. Make a slip knot like that. You have a loop here, and then you're going to go into the very first space where you placed your slip stitch and insert your hook in the slip knot and pull through. Make sure you don't pull through the knot, and then chain up 1 to fasten your yarn. So after this, you're going to chain up 6, 1 2 3 4 5 and 6, and then half double crochet in the second chain from the hook. So not this one, but this one. So half double crochet once in each chain downwards. So you have a total of 5 half double crochets. So after you get your 5 half double crochets, you're going to go into that very space and make a slip stitch, and then slip stitch into the next stitch, and then chain up 6, half double crochet in the second chain from the hook. So we are literally doing the same exact thing for every petal. So you also have a total of 5 half double crochets, and after this, you're going to go into that same stitch and make a slip stitch that marks the end of the second petal, and then go into the third stitch and make a slip stitch, and then chain up 6 and do the same exact thing. Go into the second chain from the hook and place 1 half double crochet, and then continue to place 1 half double crochet all the way down. So after your 5 half double crochets, you're going to slip stitch into that same exact stitch, and then slip stitch in the next stitch. So this is how our petals have started looking like. Then chain up 6, half double crochet in the second chain from the hook, and continue to half double crochet all the way down for a total of 5 half double crochets. And once you get your 5 half double crochets, you're going to go into that same exact stitch where the petal came from, and then slip stitch into the next stitch. So that's all we are going to repeat all the way around. I'm going to continue doing that, and then I'll meet you guys at this point when I'm finishing up my very last petal. Alright, so we're coming to the end of our very last petal, and we are done with all the 5 half double crochets. You're going to go into that very same stitch with a slip stitch as we've been doing before, and then go into this space where you placed your very first petal. You're going to insert your hook there and make your very last slip stitch. and then you're going to chain up one and cut your yarn. So I like to cut my yarn a bit long to leave a very long strand, because it's the one you're going to use for attaching this flower onto the garment that we want. So I'm going to just pull through that long strand, and that's it. That's how everything looks like. So we're going to go to the back, and we're going to make a knot between the two strands. Between there's this strand that we have when we are attaching white, and then there's this strand that ends the pink. So I'm going to just go ahead and make a double knot there. That's all. And you're going to leave this middle strand because we need to attach it to the garment, and then this one is to attach these several petals onto the garment. So this is how to make this flower. You're going to go ahead and make more of these up to the number that you want to have on your garment. I decided to make a total of 5. And now let us introduce our shirt again. So this is our shirt, and we're going to find the places where to attach these flowers. So for me, let me first do this. For me, I wanted, this is the front side of my shirt, the one with these strings. So I was thinking I place one here, and then one here, and then one here in the middle, something like that. We can space out these ones a little bit more, but not so much at the edge. You can leave some space there, and then get your next one, and it folds over, half on the other side and half on this side. I don't think I really want to attach anything to the back, so I'll just have these petals on the other side popping to the back side, and then same applies to this side. So I was thinking this would be a perfect placement for these petals, for these flowers. The other idea that I had was to have 2 here at the top and 1 here in the middle, like that. But then when you do this, that means these ones are going to come to the base. These folded ones are going to come to the base of the shirt. So any is okay. This is how I was thinking to place my flowers. So that's really up to you. You can just place randomly and have that 3 and 2 here. This can fold over, or you have 3 here all at the front and then these 2 here. That's really up to you. So find the perfect placement for your flowers, and then we can start attaching them. Okay, so when we are attaching the flowers, we're going to first attach this very middle section. It's very good that I have 2 strands, so I'll be using my crochet hook. I'll be identifying the place where to put the flower, and then that exact middle, let me say like here, I'm going to go inside my shirt, and I put 1 strand on this side and 1 strand on the other side of that cluster, so that I can tie a knot. So when I turn it around, you can see this strand is around 1 cluster of 3 double crochets. So I'm going to just tie 3 knots very tight, or tight enough. So this attaches your petal to that middle section, and then you can cut that. So you can see that we've attached this, and now the other thing that we want to do is to get our tapestry needle and put it through this very long strand where you left off with white, like that. And now I'm going to go at this point where it leaves the petals. I'm going to just find a stitch where to go into the inside of the shirt there. So I'm going to come out through one of the petals, like that, and then skip a few stitches and then go in. So I'm just attaching the tips of the flowers, of the petals. I'm not going all the way around like this because I noticed that it tampers with the shape of the petals. So after that, I'm going to go to come out through another petal, like this. You have to make sure that you're evenly placing them. You don't want to leave very big gaps in between the petals because they will look weird, like that. Then skip like one stitch and go in. So we've attached our second petal. So this is what we have right now. And then attach your third petal, come out through another petal, like that, and then go in after skipping a stitch. So this is what we have. So we've attached these three, and you can see how it's coming up, and then you attach the fourth. As I said, I'm only attaching the tips of the petals. I'm not going to be attaching the entire petal. So that's done. Then I'm going into the next. Make sure the white is not seen. So once it's seen, just go back and correct that. The white yarn should not be seen through. So I'll place it somewhere else. It's still seen. So just find a suitable place where the white won't be seen. So I'm undoing that stitch. Okay, so I kept placing each and every petal down onto the garment until I placed my very last one. My very last one is this one, and I've just attached it. And this is how the inside looks like. It looks a bit messy, but it's all worth it in the end. So I'm running out of yarn right now, you can see, but I've gone all the way around, attaching the petals down to the shirt, pinning them down to the shirt. And after this, after attaching your very last petal, you're going to go into the first petal. You can see this gap is the widest of all of them. You're going to go into this very first petal and try to close up this gap. So I'm pulling that through to this side and then onto this side that's a bit wide, like that. So after this, you're going to go to the inside of the shirt, and we want to weave in these ends. You want to make sure it doesn't undo itself. So you're going to go into a few stitches here, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through. And then go into a few stitches again, pull through, then go backwards, go backwards. Alright, so I managed to go all the way around, attaching each and every petal at the tip. And when I came to the very last petal, I'll explain that because it got cut out of the video. When it came to the very last petal, I just turned around and tried to weave in that end. And this is how the inside looks like. It's a bit messy, but I think it's way better than the whole process of going around each and every petal, attaching it. And this is the same exact thing that you're going to do for the remaining petals, the remaining flowers, to attach them. So let me show you the others, how they turned out. This is how this one turned out. This is how this one turned out. And I actually decided I'll have a total of 3 flowers at the front so that I don't overdo this. And I feel like this is just enough for our shot. I also decided that I won't put any flowers at the back. I don't see the point of doing that, but at least I've shown you the important steps to take while attaching these flowers to the garment. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in my next one. I hope you liked this tutorial. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more interesting patterns and videos and tutorials. And thanks for all the love and support. Bye.